help you see how to draw angles using a protractor. So you would just put it up there on the line, and you would put yours on your paper. Right? If you're reading from right to left, we're going to read the under ones on this one. So 10 degrees would be here, 20, 30, 40, and of course 90 is straight up. And then we start going on the other side, 100, 110, 120, all the way to 180. If you're drawing from the other direction, then I would do 10, 20, again to 90, and to 180. All right, your protractor. So it showed you how to use your protractor. It also, this particular one doesn't have each of the little minutes, but the one that you have in the box and in your kits, it even has the minutes between there. All right, so then they're going to have you, the vertex is where, here's your vertex. Okay, that's where you start. That's your 0. That's where you're going to start drawing. And you want to, if you're trying to measure one that's already there, like if we wanted to measure this one that I drew for the example, first of all, I need to make it a little longer so that I'll be able to see the line when I put my protractor up there. Let's make that line keep going. Right. If I wanted to measure that, I would put the center of my protractor right on the vertex. So it's going right on the vertex. And make sure that it's straight, so I'll line it up on this line. And I'm going to read it, and that is halfway between 130 and 140. So that is the degree 135. And it was right on the line. So this angle right here, AOB, angle AOB, is equal to 135 degrees. So y'all could do the same thing. If I wanted to measure this one, it should be 180 minus 135. If I do it right. It should be 45. So let's see if I did it correctly. Line this up on the vertex, put it on the straight line, and look, it is between 40 and 50, which is 45. How did I know it was 45 before I ever measured it? Because the whole thing is straight, and I know that a straight angle is 180. The whole thing was 180, and this part of it was 135. That left this part to be 45, because this plus this should give me this. AOB and BOC should add up to the whole thing. Easy enough. You can also use this protractor to draw angles. You can use it to measure them, you can use it to draw them. It will do both. Alright? So now you have some examples that are going to have you measuring and drawing. All pretty simple. They're going to use these vocabulary all the time. They're going to say draw an obtuse angle, or draw an acute angle, or draw a supplementary. So it would be best to learn these, but you also have them in your notes, and you also have them on your video. But the sooner you learn them, the easier it will be when you do these assignments. After exercise 1.9, there's also a review exercise. It's just going to go back and make sure you've learned what we've covered on sections 1 through 9. That's on page 17. Then we have the very close to the end, we're going to look at a triangle now. This is exercise 110. 110 on page 18. We've been doing angles. The triangle is going to be when we put a third side to it. It's an angle. One side go, and put a side to it. Now it became a triangle. So there are lots of different properties and rules that go with triangles. So we're going to look at that. A figure bounded by 3 straight lines. The symbol for that is the delta in Greek, which makes sense because it is a triangle. That is the symbol. When you see that symbol, when you see this symbol, looks like a less than sign, that means angle. When you see this symbol, you know that it means triangle, which makes sense. 2 lines, angle, 3 lines, triangle. Right. The side upon which the triangle stands is called the base. But you can have anyone as your base as long as you then have your interior and your exterior angles. If you look at the little picture on page 18, it shows you the interior angles. Have another color. Have a pretty color. Interior angle. Interior angle. Because they're on the inside. Okay? Exterior angle, exterior, exterior. They're on the outside. Exterior angles on the outside, interior on the inside. And of course you'd say there's no angle. Well, if that base continued, then you'd have an angle. If that base continued, if that line continued, then you'd have some angles on the outside. An angle formed by one side of a triangle and the adjacent side of another is called an exterior angle. We already did that. Opposite interior. Did all that. All right. Median of a triangle. The median of a triangle is the line drawn from any vertex to the midpoint on the opposite side. So that just means if I wanted to find the median for this one would be the line that was halfway between here. Okay, about here, but we could actually get the exact, that would be the median for this one. This one would be, up there would be the median for this one. And of course this one would also have a median right about here. So halfway mark. That is median. We also have the altitude, is the perpendicular drawn from the vertex to the opposite side of the base. So if you'll look down, CD is the median, because it went halfway. CE is the altitude, because altitude goes directly down. It doesn't go to the midpoint. It makes a right angle. Right? You can see it better, the one in the book, page 18. C came directly down, straight line, making a 90-degree angle between AEC and CEB. That is your altitude. Can't sway over sideways. You can to get the median. That's the middle, where it hits the middle. Sometimes it'll be the same if you, ours are the same because we have a right angle. So our median and our altitude were the same because this was a right angle. So it's going to cut at a 45, 45. But on this one, it would not be the same. I'll show you. I took this. And made this a really good looking triangle. If we did this one, then it wouldn't necessarily be the same. Then you have exercise 1.10a. Copy the drawing of the triangle above, which was the one we just saw, the ACB. And form another group of exterior angles, make some exterior angles. So you're just drawing 4 drawings. And then we come up with the statement, the sum of 3 angles of a triangle is equal to 1 straight angle. And then we have exercise 1.10b, which is 5 through 9, just drawing some more pictures. All right, I think we had 1 through 10. There's now quiz 3 that covers 1.8 through 1.10. And let's look at 1.11. Doesn't really tell us to do 1.11 yet, but week 3 starts with 112. So all 111 is some more vocabulary words. Page 20 says a scalene triangle, a triangle having no 2 sides equal. Isosceles, 2 sides are equal. Equilateral, all 3 sides are equal. Then they're going to have you drawing an equilateral triangle using the compass. And there are some compasses in the little pink I think boxes on the corner of my desk over where Miss Tracy is blue. Miss Tracy tells me they're blue. There's 3 little boxes. One has protractors, one has compasses. You will need pencils for that compass, and Miss Tracy has those for you. And she can show you how to work them, but you open and close them in such a way that the degrees that you want is written in the middle. Right? If you want a 90 degree, of course, it's going to be out to a 90 degree. You put the sharp point where you're starting, and then you can draw. And they're going to have you where they cross, and then you can draw. So they're going to give you step-by-step directions on how to draw, and then they're going to let you draw some. So this is nothing new. It's just practicing using an instrument. So we practiced using the protractor. Now you're going to practice using the compass, making different things. And that's it. You've done a whole another week of geometry. You covered a lot, but it all kind of builds on each other. If you have any trouble at all, ask Miss Tracy for help on working that compass and that protractor, because she can help you with that. And if you're having trouble with the concepts, I don't think you will, because most of this is vocabulary and drawing simple equations and just learning what the words mean. But if for any reason you don't get it, just give me a call. I won't call you back till after 5, but just give me a call or shoot me a text and I'll answer it. Or you can meet me on Thursday, and have a great week.